Some shocking events involving Shiba Inus have transpired recently. Shytoshi Kusama has returned at long last, but something strange has been noticed while he's around. Now this is really insane. In under 24 hours, billions were transferred. Is this the beginning of the Shiba Inu dream rally? That's what many are thinking. Is this all there is to it? Also, what gives me such a rush? Allow me to clarify. Important notice. A Shiba Inu just did something unexpected today. A swift remark that caused some to raise an eyebrow. But you know what? The following day it began to slowly but surely heal and begin climbing back up again. Things become completely bonkers from here on out. Looking at the big picture over the course of a week reveals that Shiba Inu is still near the top. The small decline hasn't dampened its 7% gain. This further proves the current level of support for Shiba Inu. The vitality of the neighborhood. Enormous power. They aren't freaking out. Holders. They grasp the broader perspective. Potential backers. Their enthusiasm has no bounds. It's electric. Contrast this with any other pump and dump scenario. This is genuine forward motion, based on genuine enthusiasm and faith in Shiba Inu's future. This is quite bullish behavior. Just holding the line isn't enough for Shiba Inus. It's paving the way for a much larger event. There is more solidarity and optimism than ever before in the community. Just wait until the actual breakout starts, before you ask what happens to Shiba Inus following a correction. Allow me to explain. While Shiba Inu's chart may appear chaotic at first look, an analyst has explained everything that's really going on. The sudden and precipitous decline of over 15% in Shiba Inu's value in the span of a few hours caught many dealers unawares. Early this week, everything appeared to be going swimmingly. It was gaining steam, whale activity was increasing, and it had burst through critical resistance. It appeared like the stage was set for a more significant breakout. However, after that, the pace slowed. The Shiba Inu has retreated from its recent peak and is currently around a key support area. This can be the groundwork for the subsequent ascent if it stays. There appears to be a decrease in momentum according to some technical indicators, such as the Relative Strength Index. However, the bears are withholding this information from you. Such a shakeup just before a big transfer happens all the time. There must be a break in every powerful uprising. A Shiba Inu, as has been seen time and again, is not one to remain down for very long. Astute financiers perceive this as a chance. Everyone is still very much involved. The Shiba Inu is still lifting its head higher than it was a few weeks ago, and whales are still breaching the surface. The structure is designed to keep traders on their toes, because sentiment may swing quickly in this kind of situation. Anyone who thinks Shiba Inus aren't capable of much right now would be surprised by how dramatic their next bounce could be. Hey, hold on a second. To you it may sound completely insane, but bear with me. Are you aware that Shytoshi Kusama has returned at long last? He reappeared out of nowhere after what seemed like an endless period of quiet, but hold on a second. This doesn't add up. There was more to his comeback than a casual "hi, I'm back" statement. He was acting in an unusual way, seems almost too calculating, too enigmatic, curious about all the details. I will save all the information you need for later in the movie, but I do have it all. You really don't want to miss this, so be sure you stay to the very end. Allow me to fill you in on the latest news from the developers. An article on the X-based Shibarium Updates account brought up Ryoshi, the Shiba Inu's famous and virtually mythical originator, and sent shockwaves across the entire community. Just like Satoshi Nakamoto, who created Bitcoin, Ryoshi vanished into oblivion in 2022, leaving the project to Shytoshi Kusama. Shytoshi has been at the forefront ever since, carrying on Ryoshi's legacy. However, this article was more than simply a passing reference, it was a poem. And not just any poem, one that like a secret roadmap detailed the whole habitat of the Shiba Inu. In it we learned that the Shiba Inu was made with humans in mind, that bone is the structural backbone of the dog, that a leash is a symbol of exclusivity, and that reward will be an integral part of the forthcoming Shibarium Layer 3 network. These were more than just words. The remark served as a gentle reminder that Shibarium is undergoing change, that the ecosystem is expanding, and that grander plans are afoot. The neighborhood too. They lost control. The head of marketing for Shiba Inu, Lucy, joined in as well, pumping up the message. Seeing this is more than just a case of poetic nostalgia, it's a warning. Something major is about to happen, and the squad is getting ready for it. Connect the dot to the movement in Shiba Inu prices. Consider it, the decline we just witnessed is only background noise. Just a temporary shakeup before things become interesting. The big vision becomes crystal clear when the community is this enthused, when developers are leaving clues, and when the ecosystem is growing at this rate. Not only is the Shiba Inu surviving, it is also preparing for its next great leap. Now that we're talking massive posts, Shytoshi Kusama has returned. He has finally spoken out after what seemed like an endless period of stillness, during which speculation circulated that he had vanished permanently. And not just any post, this one is so mysterious that it has the whole Shiba Inu community on the edge of its seat. In February, Shytoshi mentioned new liquidity pools on Shibarium, which was the last time he tweeted. Following that, he was basically floating around, reposting news stories here and there. However, on March 7th, the world came to a standstill. Remarks, updates, and nothing at all. The inquiry began at that point. He has vanished. Why remained he quiet? Did something go on in the background? People started getting agitated, and the Shiba Inu group had to step in twice to calm them down. Finally, Shytoshi speaks out, right when everyone was beginning to question whether he had indeed disappeared. But he doesn't just say "I'm back," he offers a haiku in Japanese. The earth may change beneath our feet, but our spirits will always be there. Let me get this wording out of my head. It's mysterious and beautiful all at the same time. Is he implying that he remains vigilant, even in moments of silence? Is he trying to inform us that there's a major plot twist occurring in the background? If there's one thing we know about Shytoshi, it's that his speech is never random, even after a long lull. There is meaning behind every phrase, and they all portend something. And now for the wild part. The quiet before the storm. That could be the case. Could this mysterious message be his method of getting the people ready for something big? Things have been heating up in the Shiba Inu environment recently, and now, out of nowhere, Shytoshi is back. There's a reason for that. Can we expect prices to go up from here? A breakthrough. Revolutionary news. Even though we're in the midst of conjecture, one thing is definite. This is huge, and if our past is any indication, Shytoshi's hinting usually indicates that Shiba Inu is going to create a storm. And now for the wild part. Exactly when it was needed, an analyst chimed in and detailed the steps Shiba Inu could take to remove a few zeros from its pricing. Weird timing, isn't it? In spite of everything that has happened, more and more people are starting to think that a big turnaround is imminent. While some see it happening over the next few months, others see it more as a long-term game. However, one thing stands out. Attention is concentrated on a single miraculous figure. That Shiba Inu fantasy of mine finally came true. If Shiba Inu keeps expanding at its current rate, it might attain that objective in approximately 6 years, according to a daring prediction made by analyst Luxide last year. Envision it gradually rising, drawing nearer and nearer. If it doubles every year, the milestone could be within reach by the decade's end. Assuming constant predictable expansion, that is all. Potentially more